In this video, we are going to talk about the basic idea of web scraping. What is web scraping? What is the importance of web scraping as a developer? And what are the ways we can do this task, as well as at the end, we are going to implement actual code, the Java code, or scrape some data from a actual website, right? That is the idea of this video. Hope this video will take 1 hour length, right? Therefore, at the very beginning, be carefully look at the things we are going to discuss and get the idea behind that. And I suggest you to do some few examples, more examples on this topic and get a better idea about web scraping. Okay, first, understand what is web scraping. Web scraping is nothing but it is very simple idea. Scraping means extracting some information from a website. That is the main idea of web scraping, right? What is it? Scraping or extracting large amount of data from a website. That is it. It is very simple, right? Let's take a scenario. Let's say you are going to build a website, or if you want to take some information about the University of Peradeniya from web, what is the main thing you are going to do? What is the first thing you are going to do? Just go and search University of Peradeniya. University of Peradeniya, and go to some website like let's say Wikipedia. And by visiting this, you can just copy and paste this information from here. You can copy this information and paste somewhere you want, right? Is that the web scraping? Is all about web scraping? No, right? This is good for extracting small amount of data. Let's say you are going to build a machine learning program, machine learning application, and you need thousands of data fields from a website, let's say Facebook, Twitter, like websites. Then you need thousands, not thousands, millions of data. Is it possible to copy and paste from a website? Definitely no, right? Then the web scraping is come into the picture. There are two ways we have to extract data from actual website. The first one is APIs, calling APIs like well-developed or large websites like Google, Twitter, Facebook, Stack Overflow, like websites giving some APIs to extract their data to our programs, right? They are very structured form. They are in very structured format, right? They are very structured format. Then we can extract data from there, right? Let's say in Twitter, some comments, some replies for some post like things. You can download or you can extract data in a structured format using the given APIs. But in normal websites, it is not possible. They are not giving any APIs, not well developed them, right? They are not that much technologically advanced, right? Then we have to extract data as a bulk. Then our first task is to format them according to the proper structure. That is the main idea of web scraping, right? APIs are giving a lot of APIs are given by API. We have a discussion about the APIs later on. Until that, just remember this word APIs is used to extract data from another domain, another website to our program or our website, right? That's the idea of APIs. Google, Twitter, uh, then Facebook, like well-developed, technologically advanced websites are giving APIs. But in normal websites, it is not possible to get formatted, well-structured data from normal websites. Then the web scraping will come into the picture. right? Then the web scraping is coming to the picture. What is the main idea of web scraping? Download or extract large amount of data as a bulk and format them into well structured format them into well structured way. That is the main idea of web scraping, right? Okay, let's assume we are going to build an application to perform some statistical analyzing on coronavirus data, right? You are going to build a you are going to build a machine learning algorithm. Let's say you are going to build a machine learning algorithm to analyze some coronavirus data, right? Then we have a website. I will show you the interface to extract all the data related to the coronaviruses. I will show you. Okay. This is the website, right? This is the website. In this website, we have the needed information. All coronavirus cases worldwide, then total deaths, total required cases. So many things are there. Then we go to the main table, we can see country-wise data available. In this example, we are going to extract, first we are going to extract this basic information, total cases, total deaths, total recovered, active cases, and closed cases. We are going to extract this basic information first, then go inside to this table, and extract this country-wise data as well, right? In your application, the country-wide data is very important. What is our application? We are going to analyze this coronavirus data based on the country using a machine learning algorithm. Then you need lots of data. The copy pasting is not possible, and in that scenario, right? Then we are going to extract this data to our Java application using a special library called JSOUP library. I have already shared this JSOUP library with you through the LMS course page, right? You can download it from there, then you can use it, right? First, have a look at on how we can extract this data. First thing, using JSOUP library, we can download the relevant HTML code for this website. You can see in the developer console mode, you can get this one by pressing F12 key. From this developer mode console, we can get all the elements of this website, right? We can get all the HTML code from this website, but it is not well formatted. It's a text-based content, right? From this text-based content, you have to structure or you have to get the needful information. How you can get exact these numbers, deaths, recovered cases, then active cases and closed cases. How you can extract the target data from this bulk of text. We can use HTML tag names or properties of each and every tags, right? I have already shared a note with you as a pre-lecture note in Perusal. You can go through it and get better idea about HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Furthermore, if you don't have any initial idea, right? In that note, it clearly say the class name and the ID of a particular HTML tag is a property of that. Using that property, we can extract data. How you can get the exact property of this item? You can go to this option and place your cursor on top of this target item. You can see all the basic information up showed on top of this selected item, or else you can get it from there. You can see this number is available in this you can see this target data, target value is available in this section. You can see here under the this division, the class name is main counter number. Under that, we have a span, right? We have a span, and it has a property called style. Then it has a color. Then the number are above in between span tags. Using this property, class name main counter. Using this property, we can extract this data, right? Let's take another example. In depth, you can see again we have same set of properties, right? In main counter, inside the division, it has a span. Then we have the number, right? Then go to this section. Let's say in active cases. Again, we have say, some set of properties with this HTML tags. Number table main. It's a division. The class name is number table main. You can use this property to extract this number, right? Using these properties, we can extract these values to your Java program. So that is the main idea of web scraping. I hope you got something about the web scraping up to now. Let's take a real example. Then you can get a better idea on furthermore information about the web scrape, right? I have already created a web scraping project in Eclipse, right? It's better to start a dynamic web project here. I think there are some issues in this IDE by adding external libraries to a normal Java application. Therefore, I'm recommended you to start this project as a dynamic web project, right? Then you know how to import an external library, right? I have the library, JSOUP library downloaded. Then I can drag and drop here. Then I have already linked this library for this application. Therefore, uh, I uh, I have get this error, right? In your case, you are not if you are not import this library to your program, you can drag and drop here. Then you can see the imported library somewhere here. Then you can right click on that and go to there and select build path. Then inside that we have an option called build configure build path. Click on that, right? Then it will automatically configure this external library to your program. If you do it properly, you can see under the reference libraries, you can see the library appear here. Library with this other supportive libraries as well, right? That is the idea of importing JSOUP library. You can do the same steps as we did in last couple of lectures. We did we did some examples on JSON library. You can follow the same steps uh, to get or to import JSOUP library for these examples as well, right? Okay. Here I have already created a package here, therefore I have to specifically say it's not important. This is not mandatory, right? I have already created a package here. That is why I'm specifically saying at the very beginning what is the package of this Java class, right? What is the Java class I have created here? For its scraper, right? For its scraper, then we have to create this class here, public uh, class public scraper, right? Then we have to have a main method, public static void main. right? Okay, this is the basic Java code. Then I have to use the URL from the actual website. I'm extracting from here. Where is it? Okay. I'll extracting this URL from here and store inside a variable. Let's see, final string URL. This is the link I'm going to use to extract this data, right? Then in the scenario, I'm going to create a separate function to extract this basic information from the website, and the next thing is I have to map them properly. I have to structure them properly. To structure them, I will create a class to hold this data. It's much better, I think, right? I will create a class inside this class called COVID scraper. The second class is used to format or structured our downloaded data. Without structuring, you can display on the console them as well, right? But it is better to before structure them properly and print on console. This is much better, I think, right? Therefore, uh, I'm using a separate method to structure them, right? The idea of this, sorry, I'm creating another class to structure the downloaded data, structured data, right? I'm creating a static class here, COVID data, right? This class is inside the main, this COVID scrape class, okay? In Java, it's allowed us to implement more than one class inside another class, right? This is possible in Java. Then I'm creating some variable to store total cases. Then string total deaths, total deaths. Then what else? String total recovered. What are the other data fields available in the website? Coronavirus is recovered, then active cases and closed cases. Another two variables, string active cases, string closed cases. Right? These are the variables I'm going to use here. Then I need some getters and setters. Let's say in real world example, this variable should be in private. Should be with private access modifier. Right? As a good programming practice, you can place so you can create these variables as privates. If you use them as a private instance, you need set of getters and setters. Getters and setters here. In Eclipse, we can uh, automatically generate these getters and setters from these options. Right? We have a set of getters and setters. Then I'm creating a method here. Let's say I'm going to create a method here to print the extracted data on the console properly as a proper structured way. What is the method? Let's say public string to string. This is the method I'm going to use to print this extracted information as a proper string on the console, right? I'm returning something. We can say string dot format. Then what are the data fields I need to put here? Uh, let's say total cases. Then string new line. Uh, total deaths. String value. Then a new line. Then total recovered. Total recovered. String new line. Then active cases. Uh, active cases. String. Then what else? Close cases. New line. Close cases. String. I have to print here. Then what else? Total cases. That's it, right? Okay. Then I have to put some actual variables here. What are the variables? Total cases, total dates, total cases, total dates, total recovered, then active cases, then close cases, right? This is the function I'm going to use to print the extracted data on the console in a formatted way, right? That is the idea or the use of this function, right? Okay, then I'm going to create a separate method to extract the information and place them in the created variables or place them in the inside the object created from this class actually, right? I'm using a function here, let's say private static uh, void scrape global data, let's see, scrape global data. Then this takes the URL as a parameter, string URL as a parameter, right? Okay, I'm returning this object directly without having a void method. I'm just going to return this COVID data. I'm going to just return in this COVID data object created from this class, right? I think it's much better. Okay. Then using JSOUP library, we can extract this HTML content, HTML and JavaScript content as a bulk to our program, right? Let's see how we can do it. For this task, I have to create a document object here. This document comes with the JSOUP library. we have to extract it from outside, or we have to extract it from JSOUP library as well. In this method, we can extract a set of what we call set of bulk of HTML codes from the source website, right? Then I can import the document from here using it comes with the JSON library. Then I have to import a throw clause here because this JSOUP library handles an exception, IO exception. Then I have to place them inside the try catch block, or just throw this exception from this method, right? That is the idea of this throw IO exception clause, right? Then I'm going to create a object from this created COVID data class. Say data equals new COVID data. It's a simple Pojo class, then Pojo object, right? Then using this extracted data, if I execute this program, the bulk of HTML code is stored inside this doc variable, doc object, right? From this doc object, I can get the selected items based on the HTML properties I have showed at the very beginning, right? Then I can say data dot set active cases. This method comes from this class, right? Getters, from getters and setters. I have already said getters and setters here. Then I'm going to pass this data to these variables using this object, data object, right? Here, set active cases. Let's say total cases first. First variable is belongs to this total cases. Then you can say data dot total cases, set total cases, set total cases. Then I can get the data from doc dot select. What is the property of that data? It's a div. It's a div element. Inside that, the main counter is the main counter number is the class name. See here, you can see, as you can see, the total cases, the data is wrap up inside the span tag. This span tag is wrap up inside the div tag. What is the class name of this div tag? Main counter dash number. I'm using this property to extract this data, right? You can say div main counter dash number. Then inside that we have a span, right? Then I can say dot get the zeroth one, or the first element from this content. See, uh, all the numbers are wrap up inside this same name, div classes with same name. Main counter, main counter. Again, we have main counter in the total cases. See, main counter inside that again. We have the numbers main counter here. I will show you. Yeah, this number is also wrap up inside the main counter, right? You can see here. This number is also wrap up inside the main counter. And a division having the same class name. Then it gives three data fields with the same class name main count. Then I am going to get the zeroth one as the total cases. right? Then I have to convert this as a text. Then we can store this data inside this variable, set total cases variable. What is this error? Why it shows an error here? Okay. Okay. Then at the same, I can set the other database as well. Set active cases. Sorry, total dates first. Set total set total dates. Again, I can get the document dot select dot select. Then I have to pass the properties here. It's a div with the name counter dash num. Then set span. Inside that we have span, right? Then dot get now the first index dot text, right? Similar to that, I can extract the other data fields as well. Let's set total recovered here, total recovered. Then doc dot select uh, view with the name div with the name counter dash number. Again, span dot we get this third index for the second in the number second index, right? Dot text, right? Then if you move to the set cases, set active cases and set close cases, the properties are a bit changed. Which difference? See, in this, it wrap up with the class having the name number dash table dash main. Again, the close cases. In the close cases, again, it is wrap up with the class name with the div with the class name number table number dash table dash main. Then I'm going to use this property to extract active cases and close cases. Data dot set active cases doc dot select. Inside that, it's again a div with the name number dash table dash main. Then dot get the zeroth index again, the first element of this content. Next, convert it to as a text. Then data dot select, sorry, set closed cases. Then I can access again the document object. Then select the div dot number dash table dash main dot get the first index dot text, right? Okay. Then from this method, I'm going to return this data object. From this method, I'm returning this data object. So far, what we did, first create a class, a Peugeot class to store this extract data in a proper way, in a proper formatted way. Then using getters and setters, I can initialize these attributes in this class, right? Then using JSOUP library, I get the actual page content as a bulk of HTML code. Then from this HTML code, I can extract data using select method and also the properties of the HTML tags. In first three columns, first three data values, the division has the name, main counter number, main counter dash number, and inside that we have a span. Then I'm using this property to extract that data. In these last two rows, in last two data fields, these are inside the another set of division tags with the name, number, dash table, dash main, and then I'm using that property to extract this data. That's the idea of that. After that, I can store this all the data inside the object from this class and returning this object to the outside. Then from the main method, I can get this data, right? I'm going to create an object from COVID data class, global data equals, I can call this function from here. And paste as a URL, I can pass the URL this way. Then show an error because I'm throwing an exception from this class. So from this method, then I have to again handle or either handling this exception using try catch block, or I can just throw this exception from this method itself as well in this way, right? Okay, now it's okay. Then the only thing I have to do is printing, right? Then what I have to do here, I can say system dot out dot print ln. Then I can say here global COVID-19 data. Then I can print the content. Here I have a method to string. I can call this method, right? Inside the print ln statement. System dot out dot print ln. I can call this function with this data, global data dot to string. Right. Okay, that's it for the first part of this video. Let's see, save this and let's try to run this code. You can use the second option, Java application, because this is not a web application. Then no need to use run on server option. Then I'm just run this application as a Java application. In the console, you can see the data values are extracted properly. Without any doubt, the data values are extracted. See, I will close this one. Okay, then total cases. This is the number in the website. This is the extracted value, right? Then dates, okay. The recovered cases, okay. Then the active cases extracted properly, and the closed cases is also extracted properly, right? In this way, you can extract data from from a website to your program. This is a small amount of data. You can download or you can extract a bulk of data from a website for your applications, right? It could be a machine learning application. It could be another web application. You can get extract this data using web scraping. You can do a lot of things using web scraping, right? That is the idea of this. Then as the next step, next example, I'm going to extract data from this table. This is a bit different because this data are available just inside the div tags, but this country data, country-wise data, it is available inside a table, right? This country data are available inside the table. Then we have to follow this different steps to scrape this data, right? So let's see how you can do it. First, identify what are the properties available here. The name of the country, total cases, dead cases, recovered cases, top cases, then death, and the population. These data values are available inside this table. Remember that as well. Okay, let's try to extract this data from our Java application. Okay, let's go. Again, I'm creating a separate class here to hold this data. It's much better, I think, right? I'm going to create a separate class called, uh, let's say, static class country data. Inside that, again, I'm creating few variables, private string name, country name, then private string total cases, that is private string new cases, private string total deaths, then private string new deaths, then private string total recovered, right? These are the data fields I'm going to extract from this from the table available inside the website. Then I'm creating some data setters needed for this class. And at the end of this class, I'm again creating uh, a formatter to print this extracted data properly on the console, right? To string, I can say return string tri and string dot format. Format, let's say the number of characters are not uh, fixed in each and every column. Different numbers, characters are there inside this name. Then I can say this, say 20 strings, strings with maximum 20 characters. Then cases, again it is not fixed. I can say the characters, a string with 10 characters. Then new cases, with 8 characters. Then active cases. Active cases. Uh, okay, these are the data fields I am interested on. Then I can say the actual variables name, total cases, then new cases, total depth, active cases. These are the data fields I'm interesting on. C capital, active cases. It's not there. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is the missing one? Total recovered. Total recovered. Okay. These are the data fields I'm interesting on this data table. Right. Then same as before, I'm going to create another method to do the operation or do the extraction and place in a proper way or the formatted way. Creating another function, private static void, let's say for now, void scrape country data. Again, I'm taking a URL as a parameter, right? Then again, the document library. I'm creating an object here, then JSOUP dot connect the URL dot get. Again, I will throw the exception or your exception. Then in this case, this gives a list of data fields. As you can see, a list of data fields. We cannot exactly say how many data fields are coming from this website, right? We cannot say. The number is not defined here, or at the very beginning, we cannot guess the number. Therefore, I'm creating a list here. List with country data objects. I'm creating a list here with a list with some objects from country data class, right? New array list. Then I have to import array list and the list, right? Then the data or the required HTML is stored inside this doc. Then I'm interesting on the row by row values, not the individual values. I'm interesting on row by row values. Then I can create some element object here, elements object here. Then I can say rows equals doc dot select. It's a table uh, with the ID main table countries today. This is the ID name. Then inside that, we have T body, table body, and the table row. This is the way how we can extract a row from a HTML tags, from a bulk of HTML tags, right? Then I will show you this where this data coming from, or the ID name and the set of HTML tags are coming from, right? Again, go to the developer console, then pick this select option and click on this data. Let's see. As you can see, we have a, a table data row, and under that we have table data values, right? It's wrap up with the table. This table has the ID. In previous cases, we are using the class name, class of the property of class of this tag, but in this case we are using ID. That is why I'm using hash in front of the ID value. In previous cases, I'm using a dot, div dot number table main. But in this case, I have to say table hash main table countries underscore today. Inside that, we have a table body. Inside that, we have table rows. That is why I'm using this order to extract this table rows. In previous case, I'm using a dot operator, dot to indicate the class name, but in this case, I'm using hash here, hash symbol here to indicate the ID here. In previous case, we are taking individual values, but in this case, we are getting a set of values as rows. That is why I'm using this elements object here. From this element object, we can extract data using enhanced volume, right? For can say element, you know, then I can pass the rows here. I have to import the element class element here. Then the rows is coming from this. Why this shows an error? Elements, element, row, rows. It's not an error. I will change the type in this way. Right. For this scenario, I have to import this element from JSOUP library. That's why it shows error, because this elements library is coming from, element class is coming from the JSOUP library. Then this element class definitely should be coming from should comes from elements library, so JSOUP library. That's why I have to import this class from JSOUP library exactly, right? That is the reason. Java has already inbuilt element class. In the previous case, I imported this. That is why it shows an error here. This import element from Java X lang.model.element class. But this rows object is from JSOUP library. Therefore, I have to import it from JSOUP library exactly. Okay, now it's fine. Then I'm again creating elements to get the column by column data, right? Now we are extracting one row from these rows. From that, I have to extract column by column data. Then again, I have to create elements object here. Elements columns equals row dot select, row dot select. And this time I'm using the property table data, right? Now I'm getting data column by column. Then I can say if column size is greater than 0 or greater than 1, greater than 1, you can create a new object from country data class. Country data class. Then I can set the value one by one. Country object name dot set name false dot get the first value 0th index dot text, right? Then country dot set total cases false dot get first index dot text. I just copy and paste this statement again and again to say the type. Set cases, now set new cases. Set new cases. First, get the second index. Then set total depth. Total depth. Third index. Then what else? New depth. Set new depth. Get the fourth index. Then what else? New depths, total recovered. Set total recovered. I'm going to get the fixed index, right? Okay. Then I can return this, sorry, I can add this to the list. Countries dot add country. Because in this case, we are collecting a list of country data objects, right? In this table, we have more than one value. Then we have to extract this entire rows using this way. From these rows, we can extract column by column data and place inside an objects from the country data class. Then we can set this value using the some setters. Then we can add this object to the list. That's the idea. I think it's better to return this list instead of using void. The return type, I can return list from here, country data list, a list of country data, right? Then at the end, I can say return countries and return the list object from this method. Okay, that's the idea of extracting data from this class, sorry, this table. Then I can go to the main method, and here I can create a list with the objects country data class. Country data class, let's say country data equals scrape. We can call this function scrape country data. And we can pass the URL here. Okay, that's it. Then I can say system dot out dot println uh, countries by cases. Let's see, countries by cases. Then country data dot string dot for each loop system dot out double colons enter. This way we can simply call this inbuilt function, not inbuilt function, this is by function from here and paste this data according to the function. Okay, okay, let's run this code and see what will be the output. Save this content and run as a Java application. It shows an error. Why? Code scrapers from 24th line. 24th line. What is it? From here. What happened? Okay, instead of using this way, I will create an enhanced for loop. Country data and I can use this object from here. Then I can call this function data dot to string. Let's try to run this one. Hopefully, again show an error. Why? Country data to string. Okay, the issue is with the large amount of data. So I have limited this number to 10. Then it shows the data properly, but I think this order should be changed. As the first element, I have to pass here. Second, no, not here. For the country case, I have to say here, first element, second element, third element, fourth element, fifth one, and sixth one. I think now it should be work. Now it's working perfectly. As you can see, the data values are perfectly printed on the console with the relevant fields. I'm only consider here 10 rows. So I increase this one, let's say 20. It shows some country data up to 20th row, right? That is the idea of this code snippet. The previous case, it shows an error because at the very end of this table, some rows are not having any value here. So as you can see, there are some empty values. Then the conversion is a bit complex. Here, some rows are having some null values. All right. Then as a programmer, we have to consider these things as well, right? That is the idea of extracting information from a table. Okay, I think these two examples are much better, much enough for this topic. The web scraping is the idea of extracting a large amount of data from a website to your program or into your system, right? Then what is the important part? We have to well structured them because it is already as a bulk of HTML codes. We have to extract this information as a into a structured format using the HTML properties. It could be a class name, it could be an ID, could be a CSS property. We can style property. We can use whatever the property, unique property that belongs to that data field. But in Google, Twitter, Facebook, Stack Overflow, like websites gives some APIs, very proper structured data. They are giving proper structured data. Then we can directly use that data. But some other websites, well, technologically not very improved websites are not giving this kind of APIs. Then we have to use the scrape, right? As a web developer, this web scraping is very, very important because in some cases you have to take some information to your website from outside, from a third-party website. Then if that website not gives any APIs, we have to use this web scraping concept, right? I will share this code through the LMS. You can go through this code and get a better idea, and you can try few more examples on that as well, right? It is much important. Try these examples again and again and get a better understanding about the web scraping. Okay, that's it. That is all about this video, right? Then I will wind up this or end this video, and we will meet on next video uh, again through the Perusal.